believe today is four of number five, are more of the horizontal relationship, how we understand people and our relationship with them. So these horizontal beliefs are forming the foundation of our love for people that will influence what we do to express that love and who we are becoming internally as we grow in this love for others. So it's really important that today's belief be linked with the previous two, which was what? Humanity and compassion. See, if you missed any of our messages, the great thing about it, Jarvis is actually recording this every week. We record this, and you can actually go to YouTube. If you go to YouTube, we have a YouTube channel, and you can actually watch it on YouTube. You can go back and watch. I mean, he got all of our sermons that ever since he's been recording on there, and so you can go back and catch up with us. The foundation, though, for today's belief, and all of them, of course, is love. Love for God and love for people. That's the whole bottom line. It's all about love. It's not compulsion, it's not obligation, and it's not guilt. It's love. That's the bottom line. And that's what you need to keep in mind, that everything we're learning is all about love. We're not trying to make people feel guilty, right? We're not trying to draw people into compulsion or make or any of that. We want everything that we do, every time we respond, we want it all to be about our love for one another, okay? Y'all with me? I say y'all with me? Yeah. So what's our key question for this week? Our key question is, how much does God want from me? How much does God want from me? That's our key question for the week. Romans 12:1 is from the New Living Translation. It says, and so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all he has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind he will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him. Y'all see that? So bodies is a way of saying your whole self. Your whole self. See, God doesn't just want your right arm or your left foot. He wants all of you. Amen? How many of y'all remember the hokey pokey? Huh? Y'all remember hokey pokey? We used to do that? You put your left arm in, you put your left arm out, you put your left arm in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around. That's what, y'all remember that? I used to love that song. But God don't want just your left arm, Michelle, or just your right arm. He wants you to put your whole self in, your whole self out. Amen. Come on, y'all. Amen. God wants all of us. Look at the name and say, he wants all of me. Amen. God wants all of us. That's what he wants. He wants all of us. Now, what is the key idea for this week? What's the key idea? The key idea is we believe that everything we are and everything that we have belongs to God. I'm going to say that again. We believe that everything we are and everything that we have. How do you truly? You've got to believe this. Look at your neighbor and say, you've got to believe this. Amen. Look at Psalms 24, verses 1 through 2. Turn there right quick. You got it in your book? Yeah. It's right there? Okay, look what it says. It says, the earth is the Lord's, and everything what? In it. The world and all its people belong to him. For he laid the earth's foundation on the seas and built it on the ocean depths. So what belongs to God? The earth, everything in it, right? Who belongs to God? The world and all the people. So again, everything belongs to him. So if everything belongs to him, then everything I am and everything that I have really belongs to not me. It's not mine. He doesn't just own the cattle. He owns the field that they're grazing on. He doesn't just own the house. He owns the people that's living in the house. He doesn't just own the bank. He owns all the money in the bank. Come on, church. Everything and everyone belongs 100% to God. Y'all follow me? Amen. Now, Jesus explained If you go to Luke chapter 12, verses 42 through 48, y'all turn there. Luke chapter 12, verses 42 through 48. Let's look at what Jesus had to say on the same subject. Luke chapter 12. Luke chapter 12, verse 42 through 48. Let me know when you get it. Y'all there? Look what it says. So who then is the faithful and wise master, whom the master puts in charge of his servants to give them their food allowance at the proper time? It will be good for the servant whom the master finds doing so when he returns. Truly I tell you, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But suppose the servant says to himself, my master is taking a long time in coming. And then he begins to beat the other servants, both men and women, and to eat and drink and get drunk. The master of that servant will come on a day when he doesn't expect him, and at that hour he is not aware. He will cut him into pieces and assign him a place with the unbelievers. The servant who knows the master's will and does not get ready, but does not do what the master wants, will be beaten with many blows. But the one who does know and does the things deserving punishment will be beaten with few blows. For everyone who has been given much more will be asked. Say amen. Amen. Anybody ever watch Mystery Diner? Y'all ever seen Mystery Diner? I know Saya like to watch. What that show you used to like to watch? Like the beauty salon takeover. You know, the lady coming down. That's what it was called, or just Tabitha? Okay, Tabitha Takeover. But it's sort of on the same premises. In each of these shows, these people go into a restaurant or to the hair salon that has a major problem, right? That the owner cannot figure out. So they set up hidden cameras and have people go in undercover as customers and new employees. Although the problems are vast and varied, they almost always come down to one central issue: poor management. Poor management. The restaurant manager is not doing his or her job. Either he or she is negligent in his or her role, or doesn't hold the employees and the food to the owner's standards, or the manager confuses his or her role with that of the owner, thinking that it's their restaurant to do whatever they want to do with it. Now, the Greek word translated as manager in the text that we read from Luke chapter 12, also translated into English as the word servant or steward or overseer. But the word literally means household manager, someone who manages an estate for the owner. Sort of like Higgins. Y'all remember Magnum P.I.? That's what Higgins was on Magnum P.I., right? Magnum was never home pretty much, right? But Higgins managed Magnum P.I.'s home. You know, he the one that, but he took care of the home, right? And so what we're saying is that God hasn't, see, we don't own anything, Stacy. We really don't. I know we always walk around and say, this is my house, this is my car, you know, this is my job, or whatever the case may be. But in all actuality, none of it is yours. It all belongs to God. God has entrusted you with some responsibility. But he's entrusted you with the responsibility because he wants to see how well you're going to manage the responsibility. Amen? And here's the thing. He doesn't entrust all of us with the same thing. That's why we can't get caught up on how big my house is or how good your car is compared to how good. See, none of that matters. God just wants to see how well you're going to take care of what you have. Amen? He wants you to manage it. Regardless of what it is, you manage it. Jesus says, look what he says. He says, a faithful servant realizes realizes his place. He understands that God is the owner of everything, and the servant is just simply the manager. How foolish it is for the servant to think that the estate he manages for his master is actually his. It's not yours. Good servants don't confuse their role. They don't. They understand that everything they have isn't theirs. Everything they have belongs to the owner. They are just managing his affairs. Wow. So let's look at the big picture. All of us. What does God have you managing right now? What is it God has you managing? Because everything that you have right in your possession belongs to him. And he's given it to you to manage it. Now, are you being a good steward of what he's given you to manage? The earth is the Lord's. God is the owner. We are the managers. We don't have the burden of ownership. We have the responsibility of faithful managing God's resources. But I love that. See, when you don't own anything, you're not responsible for the upkeep of it. Oh, y'all missed that. That's true. You missed that one. That's right. You missed that one. My sister came to my house for the 4th of July. Chantel came over to the house for the 4th of July. Chantel told me, she said, that her air conditioner went out last night. So that was Tuesday night, because the 4th was Wednesday. So Tuesday night, Chantel said, my air conditioner went out. I said, really? She said, yeah. She said, but they bought a little unit in there, a little stand-up unit for right now, because it's a holiday, but they'll be back on Thursday to fix it. Notice she said, they will. Right. Who is the they? The people who own the building she stays in. See, at 2915 Asbury Drive, if the air conditioner break down at Asbury Drive, see, guess who got to fix it? You. I can't call nobody and say, hey, my air conditioner went out, I need help fixing it, right? I'm just trying to get us to understand the difference. That's all I'm just saying. Isn't it different with somebody else? That's what I loved about renting. Mm-hmm. I'm just being real with you. That's really what I love about renting. When you got a good landlord. Yeah. You can have a bad landlord. Yeah. But every place we've rented, honestly, we had good landlords. Mm-hmm. And anytime something broke, it was fixed immediately. Because that's what landlords. Amen. That's right. Talk to me. That's right. He's the landlord. And that's why he just said, manage it. See, your job in that rental house or rental home, wherever you stay, is to manage it. You don't own it, but you got to be a good steward of it. Right. That's why they can pop in. Yo, they kill me with that. How they gonna just pop in on? If you want to rent your house, if you bought another house and decide to rent that one out to somebody, right? You got a right to pop in whenever you want, because you own it. You want to make sure that they're being a good steward over your property. So how many of y'all know God pops in every now and then? God, come on, he's watching. Amen now. Everything in it. God's on everything. We own nothing. All the money, all the time, all the people. God owns it all. Amen. So, and you know what that means? There's a tremendous freedom in that, like I said, because instead of everything so tightly because it's mine, we can hold everything loosely because it's his. See, God gives freely. Say freely. Freely. And he takes freely. I don't have the pressure. You don't have the pressure. We don't have the pressure and burden to get this or give that, because it's not mine to give or get. It's all God. All I have to do is receive what he gives me and give what he takes. Amen. My house is his. This church is his. My body is his. My family is his. Whatever he wants to do with these things is his prerogative. He wants to bless it. he can bless it. If he wants, he can multiply. If he wants to distribute it, he can distribute it. Come on, y'all. If he want to take it up, he can take it up. It's up to him, not up to me.
That's right.
That's the attitude we got to have.
That's right.
I'm learning, man. It's all, I'm really grateful that I can see this and understand it's all his.
That's right.
On the 4th of July, I went to Academy Sports because I wanted to be able to sit outside on the 4th, and if people wanted to come out there and sit with me, that I had outside, I had them for 10 years. That was the first outdoor set we had fought. And they dry rotted. They had, because it's been 10 years, they just been sitting outside. And so, man, this goes back, Michelle, compassion, right? Remember we talked about compassion, remember we talked about humanity, all of that stuff, right? So Stacey, I'm coming out this store, this young black kid walks up to me, and he said, hey, sir, excuse me, can I ask you a question? Immediately, on the knee. Dealt with me, I'm glad he dealt with me right then. He got me right then. He reeled me back in real quick. You know. But the first thing out my mouth was, I ain't got no money. That was the first thing out my mouth. And God whooped me right then because God said, yes, you do. You got money. I have money in my pocket. And God said, man, you just talked about compassion 3 days ago. See, your pastor just, I'm telling you, see, you can't teach this stuff and don't think ain't gonna be no pop quiz. So the little kid said, he said, no, sir. He said, I work here. He said, I work here. He said, but I work at night. He said, I wax the floors at night. He said, I've been calling my mom for the last 2 hours. She's not answering the phone. He said, I think she's asleep. He said, and I need a ride home. Could you possibly give me a lift home? He said, I said, where you live? He said, oh, what's the Spring Road? But I immediately said, Lord. Now, when I bought that truck, I told the Lord, Stacey, that if anybody need a ride, they can get a ride. Man, I ain't going that far, man. That's out the way, man. You know, well, how far you going? That's what he said. He said, how far you going? He said, because I just been calling and she. So I said, give me a minute. So I told the guy, I said, hold on, man, I'm going to move my truck up here and I'm going to put the chairs in the back of my truck. So I rolled the truck around. I'm going somewhere, y'all. I know y'all. But we got time. We kept the videos there, right? So as I pull the truck around, I get to the back, I take the back, roll the little thing on the cup on the back. He started helping load the chair back of the truck. The little black kid. So I look, I said, man, hop in. Come on, let's go. So we hop in the truck, and I said, I'm take you home. He said, really? I said, yeah, I'm going to give you a ride. So we give, we on the road, and he started talking with me. Very friendly kid. Because, I'm trying to come up with all ideas. He might be trying to set me up. He might be trying to rob. That was number the issue, right? That little kid, that little baby wanted to get home. He was tired of hurting all the night. So we driving out the road. Then we got to talking. He said, yeah. I said, what school you went to? He said, I went to Butler. I graduated from Butler. I said, oh. I said, when? He said, 2 years ago. I said, oh, you know my nephew. I said, who? I said, Paul. He said, yeah, I know both of them. He said, I'm in the middle of both of them. One was older than him, and the other one was younger than him. He said, yeah, I know them. Played football. I played basketball with him. I said, really? He said, yeah. And we just got to talking. He said, and he's a good kid, work hard, work every day. So as I'm pulling up to his house, he stayed on the end of Winter Spring Road by Lowe's, on that end, on the lower end. So as I get down there, pulling up, his mama's standing outside you know. I think that was his mom. I don't know. And she just went, thank you so much. But I didn't see a card in y'all. And I said, well, maybe somebody else got the card, whatever the case may be. But I'm just saying, I'm grateful that I did that because I'm realizing it ain't mine. That's right. I said all that just to say none of this is ours. Right. And I was like, if I then God is saying, gonna tell me you're not a steward. Maybe I need to give that to somebody who will. Right. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to take my truck. Oh, amen. Amen. Hallelujah, somebody. Right. Amen. I was praising God. I made another payment. I was like, thank God. I got it for another 30 days. Amen. Amen. We tend to think that this is our stuff. Right. And so in doing that, we can become very selfish. Right? Amen. Am I right about it? Right. We become very selfish thinking that all of this is ours and take you away from here, you not taking it with you. Not at all. So we just need to understand that. So once I realize this and I can let go of all of these things I'm holding on so tightly to, we can all find tremendous freedom and peace. That's right. Amen. So I just want to challenge you as well as myself today. Don't hold on to everything you got so tight. Amen. Because it's not yours. It all belongs to God. And he's just giving it to us to be good. Now, that don't mean, right, man? That means you manage it well. You manage it well. You look at the things and you manage it well. Okay? So let's look at our key application. What difference does this make in our daily life? What does this look different? Well, I'm going to give you a couple of things and we're going to be out of here. We're going to jump to the video, okay? Here's the first thing. Your time belongs to God. You need to say, my time belongs to God. Amen. Look what Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 says. Colossians 3:23. It says, work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Remember that the Lord will give you an inheritance as your reward, and that the master you are serving is Christ. Amen. So you got to make sure you remember that everything as you work, you're working for the Lord. Everything you do, you're doing as unto the Lord, not unto men. Amen. That'll change your perspective. So even when people are not treating you right, even when your boss is not treating you right, you understand your boss is not your boss. Right. Amen. He's just a resource God is using that he's funneling blessings through. Amen. Right. But what you need to understand is your real supervisor is Jesus Christ. Amen. See, your time is a living sacrifice. Remember, Jesus says, give yourself as a living sacrifice. Your time is a living sacrifice. You don't just give God an hour a week. You give God 24/7. Come on, talk to me now. We belong to God 24/7. Amen. So if my time belongs to God, then that means giving my best time and effort. Right? I got to give my time to grow in my relationship with him. That's through reading, studying the Bible, through prayer, through what? Communion with others, fellowship with others. Amen. I got to give my time to grow his church. That's serving the church. Amen. Y'all with me on this? And then I got to give my time to help others. That's serving others. That's what we mean by our time. If my time belongs to God, that means that my time is sacred. Look at your neighbor and say, my time is sacred. You got to understand that. And you know what? You got to let people understand your time is sacred. And that's why, people, I want to challenge us. Let's get the church on time. Because our time is sacred. And we don't want to waste any of our time that we have. Amen? And can I give y'all another thing? Yeah. Quit looking so far ahead that you're wasting today. That's right. Wow! That's right. waste a day because most of us right now already thinking about next week. Yeah, I know, right? You gotta go back to work, right, Stacey? You all, your mind is already in next week, right? And you gonna miss the day, a beautiful day, and guess what? This you need to rest. You need to enjoy the day. You know next week coming, but you need to enjoy the day. Because here's the thing. Tomorrow you can't get today back tomorrow. That's right. Amen. That's right. You don't know how many times I've had like a 4-day weekend, and then I rush through it, and then on that last day I'm sitting there saying, man, I wish it was Thursday. I'm trying to go back in time, because you're like, man, I sure would just sit back and relax. I would just chill. Oh, come on. Yeah. Amen. So if your time is sacred, do you know what wasting time is sin? Wow. If your time is sacred, then wasting time is sin. See, how you spend your time matters to God. It is a direct correlation to your love for Him and your love for others. Amen? So your talent belongs to God. Your talent belongs to God. Each of 1 Peter 4:10, write that down. 1 Peter 4:10. Is this helping you? Amen. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Amen. I was just sharing with Sonia today. This morning. So I purchased me a weapon. I got me a weapon because I travel. I do travel sometime, and I just feel it'll be good to have a weapon for safety on the road, especially traveling down back roads and stuff. And then also too, man, folk are just busting in buildings now. They go in buildings, shoot people. I work behind. My office is like in the back. I can hear the door open, but I don't know who coming in the door. And there's no mirrors just letting me see what's coming in. And I'm just telling you, Maryland, went into a newspaper place, right? And they started shooting up employees in there. People are doing crazy things. People are doing crazy things. And so, with all that said, I just feel, I just want to protect myself and my family. I do. I'm just being honest with it. I just want to be safe. So I went out shooting yesterday, on the range yesterday, practicing. And as I was sitting there, firing the gun, shooting the gun, what was I calling? Puppy. Having a gun.
I can shoot y'all.
Oh my God! I was playing. It'll come back. When it comes back, I'll bring it to y'all. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. So anyway, each of us have a talent, right? First Peter says each of you should use whatever gift you have to serve others as faithful stewards, right? So every single person in the room has at least one talent, one gift or ability that God has given you. Amen? How are you using that gift? See, your talent is a living sacrifice. That's right. Your time is a living sacrifice. Right. And your talent is a living sacrifice. God didn't give it to you so that you would be blessed, but so that you would be a blessing to others. That's right. That's why God has given you a talent. Now I know where I'm going with this. Okay. So before we got ready to go on the range, Stacey, one of the guys that I'm with, his name is Tony. He's from Chicago. He's a retired Army guy. Now he works for the prison. He pulled out Jesus is Calling book. He said, man, I've been reading this. Have you read this? And I was like, yeah. I said, thank you, Lord. He brought it back to me. Yeah. I said, as a matter of fact, Lord, I've given every one of my members of one of those for their birthday. Y'all remember that, right? He said, really? He said, man, this thing is a blessing. He said, because he's going through some stuff at his job. You know, he's in charge of the special force unit. They call it the TAC team, whatever it is out there. And the TAC force out there. You know about that, Michelle? Yeah. He said, you know, he's been reading, he said, because it's been helping him deal with people. He says, Kenny, because I realized something. He said, man, the devil is really active right now. I said, yeah. He don't stop. You know? He said, but every time I read this, it calms me down. I said, that's what it's supposed to be. You know, and I'm just grateful God is connecting me. See, you know, and being Sonya, you know, I know she's still, you know, fussing at me sometimes, and I got to get my time, because I got to give her time. I got to give her time. And I realize that, you know, because I work, and then I want to have my time, but she needs me too. You know, and I know that. And I got to, y'all pray for me that, Pastor, get some balance in your life.
Amen.
But what I'm saying though, but he's putting me around good men.
That's right.
He ain't putting me around men that's out there running the street out there. You all understand what I'm saying? That ain't we sit there and you know people laugh at us, man, but we talk about the Bible, we talk about life, you know, and then they always ask me, and I'm glad, see, my gift has been given to me to bless others. Because it always come to me.
Right.
Well, you know, do you know every Sunday we get together, me and the brothers get together at the shop. Every Sunday we kind of made it a ritual that we come together, we sit down, smoke a cigar together, and I have to tell them what my sermon was about every Sunday.
Well, that's all right. That's good.
Every Sunday, they sit there, they say, okay, Ralph, give us a recap. What you preached on this month?
Well, that's good.
Oh, give us the points. What's the points you got?
That's good.
And I start telling them, and the funny thing about it, I'm reading to y'all, but I have to record it from memory when I talk to them.
Right.
Amen.
Right.
But I'm saying I'm blessing them.
That's right.
I'm blessing them. And who knows? One day we might have some new brothers pop up in church.
That's right.
Some new brothers pop up in church.
Amen.
Amen.
Look up, say amen. And they're good boys. They're good boys. Amen. But I just said all that. Say my talent belongs to God.
My talent belongs to God.
Amen. And so your talent, like I said, is a living sacrifice. So if your talent belongs to God, that means using my gifts, talents, and skills to grow Christ.